Welcome back to Bill Sports. Welcome back to Bill Sports.
As we sadly go into the divisional round, let's take a look at the teams that are in the playoffs and the teams that were eliminated from the playoffs. So, Aiden, what are we looking at for teams right now going into the divisional round?
The beautiful Broncos
Okay.
and the Bills.
Okay.
The 49ers in Seattle.
Okay.
The Houston Patriots. And then the Bears and the Rams.
And those of you who didn't hear what Aiden said, you guys are probably not hearing the names of the Chargers, the Packers, the Panthers, Jaguars, the Steelers, and the Eagles. Is that all the teams that are out?
The Eagles are out.
And those of you guys who know me know that I'm a Packers fan, and I've had a lot on my mind about that game, and after really looking at that Bears Packers game, I'm not mad at the loss. Now, I was at first, and then when I really thought about it, I came to the conclusion that at this point that getting rid of Matt LaFleur or getting rid of whoever, for starters, if I'm going to get rid of somebody, it's our special teams coordinator, because I'm sorry, but by far he is the biggest problem on this team. And not to mention, it also doesn't help that we need a kicker. We've had 2 kickers since Mason Crosby left. What was it, 5 years ago? And now we've had nothing but problems. The reason why we lost that game was simply because of 7 unanswered points by our kicker. If Brendan McManus hit all 7 points, or even 4 of those points, we could have won that game on that final drive with just a field goal. But McManus couldn't finish the ball through the uprights. And not to mention, it doesn't help that Matt LaFleur just stopped doing play calls in the second half. It's just, I don't know. It was baffling of a game. It's a heartbreaking game once again. Like fashion of the Packers, we like to lose fashionably, disappointingly. And it's just, at this point now, I just kind of expect it, and I just keep going on and keep watching the team. I mean, they get me so hyped the whole season, and then they disappoint me in the playoffs. So, it is what it is. But anyways, let's move on to the other games now, Aiden. As the Steelers coach, as of Tuesday, he is stepping down from the team after a blowout of a loss. Now, don't get me wrong, he's had 19 great seasons to being the coach of the Steelers, but it's just that offense couldn't get anything going, and it was the same thing. It was similar to the Packers game where they couldn't get anything going. That defense of the Texans is just too dang good, man. And it's just an unfortunate.
Shout out to Matt Ryan.
Exactly. Hey, Matt Ryan. Why is Matt Ryan there? Oh, because wasn't there like some kind of video of him saying something about like he was stepping down as well from like the broadcasting? I don't know, but either way,
Goes out to him.
Yeah.
Best coach.
Yeah, no, but Matt Ryan is he's a broadcaster.
Oh, what is the Texas
Texas
coach name?
So I gotta correct you, Aiden. It's D'Amico Ryan. You were close. I thought you were genuinely talking about Matt Ryan. No, but yeah, he's a good coach, man. He really is. And what are your thoughts, Aiden? Because I don't want to be the only one talking about these games. What are your thoughts on what happened in those 2 games? Anyways, we still have 2 other games that we gotta explain.
Talk about the Panthers.
Yeah, I mean, for the Panthers game, man, I just they threw it away. That's just simple as that. They did exactly what the Packers did. They threw the game away. They was a very good game. Don't get me wrong. And honestly, the head coach for the Panthers? He's gonna still keep his job, and he's gonna be a dang good coach next year. He's probably gonna bring that Panthers team to finally be a over 500 team, and I'm honestly excited for the Panthers, man, because I was rooting for them. They were gonna win that game, and then they lost in the end. But what are your thoughts, Aiden?
Shout out to the Panthers coach.
Heck yeah.
Staying for another, probably like 2 or 3 more years.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, who knows? But let's look at the Chargers game. They played against the Patriots, correct?
Yes.
And the Patriots absolutely crushed them on the defensive side of the ball. Herbert couldn't do anything. And although it was kind of a low-scoring game, it was kind of boring. The Patriots got it done on defense. That's just all they got to do. And they just got to play a little bit of offense. Now, what are your thoughts, Aiden? Because did you see? I assume you watched all the games.
Yes.
I only watched I think like 3 or 4 of the games. I watched the Steelers game. I watched the Packers Bears game, and then the Patriots and Chargers. But I don't think I watched the other ones really that much. The Panthers too. I missed the Bills in the Jaguars game, but
now they need to face another harder defense now. They're number 1 defense in the league. Mm-hmm. They have to face the Texans defense.
Look, all the Patriots got to do is play good defense and then play a little bit of offense. If they do that, they're winning. They're winning against the Texans. But at the same time, you also have to, if Drake May gets shut down that game, it's going to be game over for the Patriots. The Texans are going to win that game. But we'll get into it afterwards about who we think is going to win and lose.
Yeah.
Now let's look at the Jacksonville Jaguars and Bills game. I assume you watched the game.
Mm-hmm.
And how did that game go? Because I didn't personally really watch that much of it. Because honestly, I wasn't really too interested in that game. But
it was down to the wire, and the Bills won.
Okay, that's fair enough. If that's how it went, then that's how it went. I mean, look at it this way, and the Bills are just a good team. They're always going to find ways to win, and they came back. Didn't they? They came back, and they won that game. And man, I feel bad for Trevor Lawrence, man, because like he's always right there, and then he just gets brought back down to earth again. And it wasn't even by a good team. I don't think the Bills are that good. I think they're an average team at best. They just have an average defense and an average offense that gets the job done just enough, to where they can win games. And it goes for this game too. They got to the quarterback, and you win. I mean, that's just simple as that. They got the ball back on offense. They scored points. Like it's a domino effect. If one thing occurs, then the following thing occurs. And go ahead, Aiden, because I think you're.
The 49ers game. I forgot about all that.
We'll talk about the 49ers and Eagles after.
Yeah.
Because I think that's gonna be our next one, anyways. Oh no, we'll talk about the No, we already talked to Panthers. But yeah, let's talk about the Bears-Packers game. Then we'll talk about your 49ers, because they're the team that won. Obviously, I mentioned our defense just collapsed. Our offense collapsed in the second half. But it wasn't because of Jordan Love or anybody else on the offense. It was just simply because of Aaron Rodgers. Sorry, I still have Aaron Rodgers on my mind because he's retiring probably from football. But anyways, the Bears put up 25 points in that second half. And I don't know how we couldn't have just make our field goals. We've been preaching to the choir constantly all season long that Brandon McManus is going to cost us at the end of the season. And what happened? Brandon McManus cost us the game at the end of the season. Where's the substitute teacher at? That was kicking 60-yarders straight down the middle of the uprights. He's got cut. Why? Don't know. But, hats off to the Bears, man. I just hope that they get absolutely pummeled. And they're playing against who?
The Rams?
Yeah, so I hope the Rams beat the living heck out of the Bears, because I don't want to see the Bears win any more games. Because I want them to be way up here after beating the Packers and then get absolutely smashed to pieces in the divisional round and come all the way back down here. So I definitely think that I want the Rams to win. Although I don't like either team. I don't like the Rams or the Bears. Personally, I don't really care about either team. But I don't like the Bears more. So I'm going to pick the Rams in that game. But now, enough with that. Let's talk about the Eagles losing to the 49ers. And honestly, fantastic performance for the Niners, right?
Yes.
I mean, you literally watched the game. I watched only like 75% of it because I was doing other things while watching it. But what are some of the things the key things that you saw come out of that game, Aiden?
One of them, it was an injury. A big face.
Who?
Edie.
Yeah, George Kittle, right?
Kittle. And we still won. How much injuries we got?
I don't know, man. That's a blow of a loss, Aiden. You're losing your tight end right there. That's huge. That's a bad loss. That's a big guy that you're losing. That's gonna be a rough. And he's not gonna come back until next year's playoff. I hope you know. He's not playing at all next year.
Oh.
Because of the way the injury works, he's not gonna be recovered until next playoffs.
Okay.
So, unless he somehow recovers way quicker than that,
yeah,
he's probably not going to be back in season until the playoffs. So you better hope that you at least make it to the playoffs, because then he'll be back. So basically, he's going to be missing out on a whole season of football, and that's unfortunate. But that's what happens when you have injuries in the NFL. So, what are we looking at now for games, Aiden? Because let's get into the predictions. Who do we think is going to make it through the divisional, and then eventually make it to the conference championship? What about the NFC side, Aiden? Who do you have winning, and who do you have losing?
I got the Broncos winning.
Okay.
And because they're like a good team.
So you have the Broncos winning in the AFC.
Yes.
For their game against who?
The Bills.
The Bills. So you have the Broncos beating the Bills.
Yes.
Who do you have? What do you have the Broncos winning by?
7.
Okay. Let's look at the Patriots-Texans game, Aiden. Who do you have winning?
That's on Sunday.
Oh, that's okay. Just who do you have winning?
I got the.
What do you have?
Very to say. They've been number 1 defense all year long.
Okay.
I picked the Texans.
Wow. I mean, hey, Aiden, it's a reasonable answer. Texans have been really good on defense. And if you have a really good defense and have a relatively decent offense, you are going to win games in the playoffs. I'm personally going to pick the Patriots just because that they're the local team. I think they can get it done and it's going to be a good game. So,
Their defense way too good.
but Aiden, I don't know, man. The Patriots offense has been awesome this season. I don't know. It's one of those games where it's going to be an offense versus defensive game because the Texans are going to be too good on defense, but the offense of the Patriots is going to be way too good too. So I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's honestly going to be another low scoring game, just like the Chargers Patriots game. It's going to be another low scoring game. And it could go both ways, honestly. It really could. But I'm going to trust in the Patriots because they've been just off the charts this season. And they somehow managed to come out of that Chargers game just barely with the win. So now that we kind of had our thoughts, because this week we're not picking the same teams. It was just surprising.
And then
What game do you want to look at next, Aiden?
I don't know how they made it all year long with injuries, with all this Kittle being gone. We 49ers against Seattle.
Okay, hear me out, Aiden. I know this sucks, but you might be taking the bus back to the losers category like the Packers. I'm sorry. The Seahawks are just too good right now this season, man. It's just I honestly think I have the Seahawks winning this game. And as annoying as that is, and I would rather the 49ers beat the heck out of the Seahawks. The Seahawks at home playing against the 49ers. The 49ers are going to put up a good fight. I know they are. But I really think it's going to be the Seahawks coming out of that game with the win. And it's just they're too good of a team. Sam Darnold has been good this season, which is surprising to say because Sam Darnold, if you were talking about Sam Darnold what last year, you'd be like, people would think I'm crazy, like, oh yeah, he's gonna be a good quarterback. Well, he's currently the number 1 seat. Like, I don't know, man. It's gonna be another close game, but I definitely think the Seahawks might pull out of this game with the win, just barely. But honestly, it won't surprise me if the Niners somehow come out of that game with the win either. So I'm gonna stick with the Seahawks. I know you're obviously gonna pick the Niners. You're a 49ers fan, but you can explain why and why do you think the 49ers are gonna beat the Seahawks?
Because they're still got Christian.
There you go. You got it right
McCaffrey.
this time. You didn't say Michael McCaffrey. Hey, there you go.
They got what the number one? What? I forget the number 1 receiver's name. We got number 88 as a tight end.
Okay.
We got like most decent good weapons in our.
So your offense is still capable even without Christian McCaffrey, or not Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle.
Yeah.
See, I think that the reason why I'm picking the Seahawks is simply because of George Kittle going down. If George Kittle was in that game, I would have 100% stuck with the 49ers beating the Seahawks because I think that team is too good to be able to not beat the Seahawks. Now, it's hard, Aiden, because it's one of those things where you want a team to win, but you know that the other team's too good enough to not lose. So we're gonna stick with the Seahawks for me. You're gonna stick with the 49ers. What's the last game, Aiden?
Rams and Bears.
I don't like either team. I'm like set the tone right now. I don't like either team. But I'm picking the lesser of the two evils. And I would love to see Davante Adams win another Super Bowl. Because Davante Adams got one with Aaron Rodgers. And then if the Rams can get through all the way to the Super Bowl, he's gonna get a second Super Bowl ring and with another good quarterback in Matthew Stafford. And I just don't like the Bears. Simple as that, because of the fact that we lost to the Bears. And I would love, and those of you who are Bears fans, I don't mean to send any hate. You guys are, I'm sure, fantastic people. But I would love to see all you guys who were way up here being like, oh, screw the Packers, yada, yada, yada. Because you guys didn't deserve that win. The only reason why you guys won that game was simply because of the fact that our kicker couldn't make field goals. And we just stopped playing defense in the fourth quarter. But anyways, nonetheless, you guys are way up here being like, oh yeah, we're the best team ever. And then you guys are going to go into, you're going to play against the Rams. You're going to be at home, obviously. But the Rams are going to come in and they're going to absolutely crush the heck out of you guys. I picked the Rams in this game. I don't like either team. But I would love to see the Rams absolutely annihilate the Bears. Because I don't like the Bears. I don't like Caleb Williams. I think he's a fraud of a quarterback. And I think the only reason why he wins games is because teams let up in the fourth quarter. That is the only reason. What are your thoughts, Aiden? What do you think is that the results of this game is going to be? Because I ranted too long. You have it on your paper. Who do you have?
The Bears. I just like the coach saying, I like his treatment and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a coach like that where he can like get hyped and really get involved with his team, I mean, I can't be mad about that. That's just good culture. But I also don't like the fact that the Bears coach was like saying all that kind of stuff about the Packers, saying, oh, bleep the Packers, yada yada yada, like, F the Packers, this, that, and the other. Like that's very unprofessional. I don't like that. That's you don't turn around and say that about another team just because they're your rivals. You don't say that to another team. Both teams were in the playoffs. Both teams, performed at a really high level, and it was a good game. There's no reason that at the end of a game after you win that you don't properly give a handshake to another coach. Like, I don't go over to you or any of you. I wouldn't go over to any of you and just be like, here you go, and then run off. Like, quickly shake your hand, not even say, like, good game, all that. He just went up to Matt LaFleur, tried to go up to him, and he just grabbed Matt LaFleur's hand, and then ran off. What's the need for that? There's no class in that, and I just think it's ridiculous. Anyways, I'm going on too much of a rant. You have the Bears winning. By how much, Aiden? This game means a lot to me, so. Are you thinking about retracting your thoughts about the Bears?
The main reason why I got the Bears winning, I'm doing the opposite of.
You know what? Fair enough. Because, I mean, this week, your picks from last week were pretty rough, right? What did you go for last week?
2-4.
2-4? Dang, that's really bad. Oh my god. Oh, that's rough. That's probably the worst prediction that you could have had. You're pretty good on predicting most of the games. But hey man, whatever. It is what it is. It's the playoffs. Anything happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, do you have any final thoughts, Aiden, about what's going on in the NFL playoffs?
Good job for the Panthers making it, and good coach. Hopefully next year you guys can make it again.
Yeah. And what is our final teams being in the conference championship after this weekend, Aiden? Who do we have? Bears and who? Bears and Niners. Well,
yeah.
for you,
Yes.
Bears and Niners. For me, Seahawks and Rams.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the other side, Broncos and Patriots. For me, you is Broncos and who else? And the Texans.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have conflicting. So we have one similar team, the Broncos, because I think the Broncos are just too good this year. But anyways, so we have Broncos, Texans for you, Patriots and Broncos for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Bears and Niners, and I have the Rams and Seattle. Yeah?
Yes.
All right. Well, do you have any final thoughts, Aiden? To let the people know.
All Panthers fans out there, you will do a good job next year. Hope you know that. And stuff.
Heck yeah. We hope that everybody has a good year regardless of what team you play for, or you root for. We hope that your team does better than what you anticipated they would do, because that's all we want to do as fans is root for our team and hope that they do really good, or if they don't do good, at least do better than what they did the previous year. But that is all we have for you folks. I'm your host, Corey Raftery.
Aiden Jose Raftery.
And we'll catch you guys in the next episode of Bro Sports. Tune in every Thursday at 12 to listen on the latest episodes of Your Bro Sports here on YouTube, TikTok, and all other social medias. Have a good one.
And then do good at school, kids.
And take care. Have a good one.